Okay, what we have here is the Junior X9303. The situation is this. With the X aircraft module that I'm using, it's called the Super X flight controller. It allows you to adjust the gain from the radio. Okay, there's a primary gain and a secondary gain. And I need to be able to use these slider controls on the left hand side and the right hand side. This is actually auxiliary 4. It's basically a potentiometer. Let me show you what's going on with that. So we go here, enter. Okay, let's go back to list, and okay, let's find it real quick. I'm not an expert with this radio. We're going to go down here to monitor. Okay, monitor, and we're pushing here and enter. And what this does, it lets you view all of your controls. Okay, so if we look at auxiliary 2, you'll see that it's now on 3. Okay, and that's exactly what I needed, because auxiliary 2 on my receiver, because I only have auxiliary 1 and auxiliary 2 on my receiver, because it is a 7-channel receiver, I couldn't map in AUX3 to work, because with the gain control, it'll let you go from like -50 to +200 to adjust the attitude gain. So you can see now, if I come over onto the right, which is normally auxiliary 3, it's giving me all the intermediary positions on AUX2. Okay, so how you do this is you actually have to map it. So you turn the radio off, okay, and then while you hold your enter button and you turn on the radio, okay, it'll give you a whole new set of menus. And you want to come over to the one that says device select, okay? So you grab the rolling wheel and you go to device select, okay? And then it shows you which ones you're in here, okay? So if you come over here to say auxiliary 3, there's 2 different areas. It tells you on this top row here what it is mapped to. So if we select auxiliary 3, by default it's on auxiliary 3, and auxiliary 2 by default is on auxiliary 2. Okay, this is how it's normally mapped. Well, I needed the controls from auxiliary 3 to function on my receiver auxiliary 2, so I need to map AUX3 to AUX2. So that's exactly what we'll do. We'll come over here and we'll click on auxiliary 3, and we'll say we want it to be the auxiliary 2 switch. We want it to actually take this switch position, and we hit select, and then we're going to come over to auxiliary 2, which get rid of that switch, and I'm just going to map that to auxiliary 3. Okay, so there you see auxiliary 3 lives on 2. We turn it off, we turn the radio back on, and then if we go into enter, you can see, whoop, let's go back to list, and we're going to go back over here to monitor. Okay, so there's monitor. Let's sort of monitor everything. So instead of when I do auxiliary 2, it's moving auxiliary 3. And then when I use the slider pot on each side of this radio, it's going to map to auxiliary 2. So now my receiver will be able to control the attitude gain on the Super X. So that's it. Sorry about the wavy video. My camera doesn't adjust shutter speed, so I can't get rid of that rolling shutter on the display of the radio. I want to thank you all for taking time to visit, and take care.